Right. So with that, I would say it's time for another interview with me. I have famously the non-coward Curly. Welcome. Glad you could join me.
How you doing, Toka?
I'm glad to have you here.
Yeah.
You're, well, aside from the not being a coward meme, which I guess a few people from the community know about, I guess you're most known for being a Sans Trilogy runner. So like the most known pop games you're also active in. Was it also the games you started with casually, or like what was your first casual experience with the pop franchise? Do you remember?
Yeah, that would definitely have been Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. And that was part of why I decided to pick it up. But yeah, casually, I grew up on like Sands of Time. I grew up on Warrior Within. The edgy Prince phase. I was all into that. The Two Thrones, not so much. I played it just a little bit casually, but yeah. And that's kind of what got me into it. Actually, what kind of opened my eyes. I was playing recently, kind of, you know, I actually started in 2019, but I started playing maybe like a little bit before that, just kind of casually picking it up. I hadn't played in years. And there was this, I got stuck in Observatory and I couldn't figure out how to progress. So I was looking online, like, how do I go forward? And I found this YouTube video, this guy going, oh, guess what? You can do this thing called like a rewind trick to like jump to the other side. And like, I was trying that out. I tried it for like an hour and I finally got it. I'm like, this is awesome. And I thought like, wait, do people use, like, you could speed run using this stuff? I'm like, oh, this is cool. All right. And then so I looked it up. I found the Discord and sure enough, yeah, that was a trick that's used in Zipless.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So was the like did you only play the Sans trilogy casually before you got into the whole speedrunning business, or was it the newer titles, maybe the retro titles as well? Like, what were your
Oh,
experiences?
yeah, I dabbled a little bit with the first one, which I do intend to speedrun at some point. Need a racer to hold me to that. And yeah, because I don't know if people know, but I'm sure most people know who've played Sands of Time. But if you have like the console version, I had the PS2 version, and there's like a secret. And you can break a wall, tear the lever a certain way, break a wall, and unlock the first game. It's like reskin. And I was like, this game's awesome, but it's really hard, but I could never beat it. And yeah, so I played that one a little bit. I think that was the only retro one I think I played. Was Prince of Persia. Yeah, it was great.
So you already hinted at how you got into speedrunning yourself. Was it the first experience or contact point you had with speedrunning? This 2019 thing you described, or did you like when did you first come in contact with speedrunning at all?
Oh, like as a concept?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely had to be AGDQ, which is the like twice a year speedrunning marathon done in America. Yeah, I had been watching that for years and being like, oh yeah, I'm not good at that. I'd never be able to do that. Never be able to do it. It's cool to watch, but I'd never be able to do it. And it's funny how you can just tell yourself that, and when you finally start to try, you're like, oh yeah, this is doable. You can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, it had to be AGDQ, and I did watch a little bit of ESA as well. Yeah, very awesome marathons.
Okay. So you were one of the many viewers who just enjoyed the experience before you finally got into it yourself. A bit by accident, if you would agree on that.
Did by accident.
Yeah. Um, Now that you have some speedrun experience, what's your favorite game or category to run from the pop franchise? What would you say?
Oh, that would definitely be the one I've run the most, which is Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. No major glitches. I don't know why it's my favorite because it continues to abuse me in every way it can
Yeah.
in every run. I started with Zipless though, but yeah, I found No Major Glitches to be, I would say, easier to execute a full run because there are many moments in Zipless where you just want to reset. As soon as you fail a trick, it's like, well, may as well reset. But I
Yeah.
think No Major Glitches has less of those moments. So yeah, that'd be my favorite.
Okay. Would you also say that the NG run is more satisfying to do? Like in terms of maybe of movement or just in terms of playing the game as it is intended in some way? Would you say that?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely more satisfying to do. Mainly because, yeah, like you said, it is more kind of like you're intended to play it. You do tend to watch more cutscenes, so it does result in a little bit longer run. You know, have to do some areas that you wouldn't do in any percent or zipless. But yeah, it's just really satisfying, especially like the movement, like just maximizing speed, I guess, is my favorite part. Everyone does it a little differently. You know, doing the same section, two runners could do it about the same, you know, but like slightly differences, and really the time difference wouldn't matter too much. But yeah, like when you decide to roll, when you decide to wall run, and when you decide to actually run, yeah, I think that stuff's really fun, and just like small decisions you can make in a run. Like once you get good at it, you just start to like kind of do it without even thinking. That's what I like. I think the most.
Okay. So it was A Sense of Time also your favorite casual pop game, or was that because you also described Warrior Within, for example? Like, which one did you like the most before you started speedrunning?
I would say I probably played Warrior Within the most casually. That's weird to say, because thinking about it, like, you know, I almost wouldn't believe that if I said it to myself. But now thinking about it, yeah, like I think I have played Warrior Within the most casually. But I think Sands of Time is my favorite, like just overall game. I think it is like just a well-made game, like really great game in general. Like everything considered, the story, characters, the combat. You know, like if you're playing casually, it can be a little frustrating. I would say Warrior Within definitely is better there, but yeah, like the voice acting in Sands of Time, just great. And there's just so many things about it that I think just kind of elevated, I guess, if you're playing it casually. And I would recommend it to anyone just to play it through casually. Like it's a great experience and really good story. Great writing. Yeah. Not saying Warrior Within's bad. Sands of Time is my favorite.
Is there a favorite technique or skip from pop speedrunning that comes to mind right away when I ask this question? Or maybe a top 3 if you want, if you can't decide on one.
Ooh, I can think of one off the top of my head. This is a trick that should be easy that I can't do, but I love to watch people do it. It's an elevator skip in Zipless. Very fun to watch. It is like probably one of the most impressive tricks I think to watch in that game. Because zipping, you know, it's impressive to watch, I think, but it is like most of any percent is zipping. So it's like, okay, you know, it's like impressive the first few times, and you know, kind of like, okay, this is like basically the whole run. But elevator skip is like when someone gets there and they're getting ready to do it, it's almost like you can imagine them turning around and just being like, watch this. Flying up to the top of the room. I don't know, it's just really impressive. I love that one. That's in the elevator in Sands of Time, by the way, for people who don't know. Yeah, it involves like getting Farrah to hit you in a certain way. And it's a very precise setup, and you have to get her to hit you like right as you slow down time, and she'll just like, I don't know, what is it, damage boost?
Yeah,
damage boost you all the way up to the top. Yeah, that's probably my favorite, I'd say. I'd have to think of some others, but yeah, because No Major Glitches doesn't use a ton of tricks. It's mostly just like abusing the terrain and getting on top of ledges when you're not supposed to, and yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's my favorite. If you give me time, I can think of more.
Probably. If you want, you can also name favorite, like some skips or glitches you like from other pop games, which you maybe not speedrun yourself, but you really enjoy watching when somebody.
Oh yeah, one was great that I was able to get pretty consistently when I started trying to speedrun it was Pop 1. It's right in the beginning, like you drop down. Like when you jump past a guard. I don't know what that trick's called, but
the first guard jump, you mean?
Guard jump, yeah. That's really fun. I don't know. It's like, all right, jump at a certain time, and you're past the guard, and you can skip basically the whole level. or was it getting the sword? I think that skips a whole level, right?
Right.
Yeah, if you're doing like that category,
yeah. Usually
that's fun to watch.
Yeah, usually you have to go around, pick up the sword, and then fight him, but you can just.
Yeah. Oh, so cool. I love that one. Another one, because I'm looking into it right now. I think it's probably a dumb trick. Dumb in the way that how it affects the speedrun is the two thrones. I don't know what this is, like the menu glitch or whatever. We get to have the menu, get that open up persistently. It's just on the top of the screen like for most of the run. It's just hilarious. No, I'll be looking into that. That one makes me laugh. Yeah, there are a ton of tricks. Oh, I'm blanking right now. But yeah, like stuff like rewind tricks and Sands of Time is really fun. It's like to extend wall runs, vertical wall runs, horizontal wall runs. Yeah, there's a ton of tricks. I'm not too great at many of them, so it's just fun to watch. I think.
Yes, I mean it's
Yeah.
also a valid answer. Like some tricks can be,
Yeah.
if you want to do them, then not as fun, but just watching them can be a very rewarding experience in a way.
Yeah, and I think those yeah, they make for more fun speedruns to watch. Like, an outsider looking into like Prince of Persia, like, all right, check out what we figured out with the zipping. Like that's really cool, and I think it's I think it'd be a lot more impressive, to someone kind of coming at it for the first time and be like, never even consider you could do that. It's really cool. It's really just like it's really fun to watch. Just either way.
Right. Okay. So maybe a final question, because we're past the 10-minute mark, at which point Orga should be ready with the next run. Like, guys, it's about time.
Come on, speed it up.
Come on. So the last question is a bit of a mean one, because it may take you a minute, well, not a minute, but a second or two to think of an answer. But is there a memory related to pop speedrunning that comes to mind that you hold dear, that you think back on and think, oh, this was really cool that this happened, or that I was part of that, or something like that?
All of it. No. Yeah, let me think. I know we did one I can think of just right off the top of my head. I don't know if this is the dearest, but it is a dear one. We did like a 9-person like Sands of Time race. This is like last year. That was really fun. I did it sitting in this chair. Yeah, it was great. And yeah, it was just getting people back, kind of speedrunning it and speedrun it like a while. Just all in Discord, just people talking over each other, like screaming because Pharaoh was ending her run. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think just anytime you race someone like from the community, it's really fun. Like, I'll race Yaka. I'll do some shout outs here. Yaka Devil Snake. Just anytime you're racing, it's really fun, because playing the game can be really frustrating if you're trying to get a PB or whatever. But you're just doing a race. It's like, all right, no resets. We're just going through it, and we're just talking, and we're just joking on the voice chat. It can be great. It makes me kind of thankful that I joined the community, because everyone's so great and very supportive.
Well, that was a great answer. And I think also a nice wrap up to the whole interview. So thanks a lot again, Curly, for your time.
No problem. Thanks for interviewing me. And where's this next race? I'm excited for this next run. Let's go.
Well, let's go. Take it away, Orga.